Running your own business is great. It is what you always wanted to do. But why aren't you happy with the result?
The answer is simple. The internet is full of great advice and people shouting from the roof, "Quit your job, quit this hardship." They fall victim themselves in believing that a job can be done online only with some marketing and growth hacks. My name is Mike Kirchhoff and I'm sharing with you 8 vital steps to build your business.
To avoid any confusion, the focus here is not to start up a business directly after graduation. The focus here is on real-world businesses with entrepreneurs with skin in the game. Building a respectable business is not rocket science, but it requires a professional approach. Entrepreneurs and business owners are often plagued with feeling anxious and overwhelmed, and to make matters worse, they are often pressured by salespeople with random annoying calls. Sounds familiar, right? This doesn't have to be this way, but how can it be fixed or even avoided? The underlying issue is that your strategy is not as sound as you thought. Remember that phrase, setting oneself up for failure? As entrepreneurs, we need to be mindful to set ourselves up for success. And success means to allow yourself to focus on delivering great services. And it also means to allow your clients to see you as relevant to solve a really painful problem they have now. So let's look at 8 steps which help you to ensure building a sustainable business. Step 1. The Lean Canvas. A good starting point is the Lean Canvas, which allows you to summarize your business idea on one page while making sure that all elements of an operating business are covered. This process requires several iterations typically, as the elements of the business are interacting with each other. You as the entrepreneur have to take care of the ripple effect in your business. Step 2. Business model. With the matured business strategy, it is then time to focus on the positioning of your company. I am deliberately not talking about your brand, as this is something to put your energy on later. The positioning is particularly important as it drives the perception of your business, how you are communicating it to the outside world, and what long-term measures you have to put in to create a solid fundament just big enough for your admired goal, with some wiggle room of course. The positioning answers questions like how many product lines are planned, what your typical clients are, and how time-critical your services and products needs to be. The sourcing is then about how you can provide these services and products to your customers, which should be strictly in line with your personal values and your company's mission statement. Last but not least, it is now time to identify over which channels you are providing your services and products, online and offline, or if online, how, where, when, as well as on which channels you are spreading the news and insights about you, your company, and of course your services and products. Step 3. Offering and pricing. The beauty of the previous 2 steps is that we now have a solid basis to craft the offering and the pricing strategy. The first part is based on the positioning and the inherent target group, called by some your niche. Your offering needs to aim at solving an actual problem of your clients, not just a service you think they will buy without question. Remember, you have to have insights into your buyer. You cannot just guess what the other one wants. Well, you can imagine, but that would be an expensive game to play, maybe even one taking you close to ruin. Trust me, that is the case more often than not. Once you have done that analysis, it is time to discuss the pricing. In simple words, you have to choose between trading your time for money or to price based on production costs, or if your services and products are mature enough to be traded for value earned. Step 4. Year 1 Strategic Goals. Now it is time to get serious. Time is money, as some say. What are the most important things to achieve within 1 year? Let me elaborate quickly on the importance of that time frame. We choose 1 year consciously, as it represents a significant chunk of your lifetime, as nobody wants to waste a year. It allows your business seeds to grow, it eliminates seasonal effects, and it is a reasonable time frame in which you can invest in a business without running your bank accounts empty. We typically recommend taking a helicopter perspective on the business and yourself. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? What should be the reputation of your company after 1 year? How should your client list and partner network look like? Who and how many should be proud team members of your enterprise? Step 5. Objectives and key results for the first quarter. OKR stands for Objectives and Key Results. They are the evolution of successful goal setting and creating a right atmosphere and mindset to achieve ambitious targets. Leading companies like Google and Apple base their activities on such objectives and key results. We set out OKRs quarterly, as this allows us to incorporate the current resources and seasonal effects. Also, it provides you with waypoints with insight towards your strategic goals. The process is easy. For each strategic goal, you define one or a few objectives. For each objective then, you define one or a few key results. Let's look at an example. Assume one of your strategic goals is the business should break even in the monthly accounting. The objectives for this goal could be attract new customers and serve customers well and get paid on time. Each objective is then quantified, e.g. 10 new customers signed up and order entry value 20k. Step 6. Focus on execution. With the solid foundation in place, you can now focus on the execution. And with the focus, we mean relentless action, which is in line with your mission statement and contribute to your objectives. You see, in the execution phase, you don't need to be checking over and over again your strategy. You have done your homework and got your briefing. Focus execution also means to eliminate any waste in auxiliary tasks like bookkeeping, accounting, payroll admin, invoicing, and so on and so on. Make sure that you have those things covered and don't let them creep into your valuable daytime. Step 7. Cash flow plan and monitoring. Every week it is time to check your lifeline. Running out of cash is the main reason for entrepreneurs and also larger corporates to go out of business. It's not profitability. Even here our focus on the current quarter with an outlook onto the year ahead comes in handy. You don't need a full set of accounts for this. We apply a simplified approach which incorporates substantial monthly commitments like office rent and wages and also your own expenses, tax payments like employer's contribution and VAT, and incoming payments according to invoicing date and payment terms. This simple calculation is sufficient for now. If your projected available cash is greater than 2 months of your regular commitments, you are fine. If not, you need to take action immediately on your bottom line. Step 8. Spread the word consistently. Now as your engine room is set up and running smoothly, it is your responsibility to be the most prominent advocate of your business. It is important to communicate regularly with your clients, your partners, your network, your co-workers and business friends. Thanks for joining us today. Take action now and schedule your personal call to take your business to the next level.